you little cuties, Demi Bo Bemi here, and welcome back to another episode of the World of Warcraft Lorethrough with Dead Inside. We are doing some quests or something. I actually don't really remember what we were doing, so let's just go ahead and just get into it. Where did you go? Ed?
Sorry, that was muted. I'm over here.
Oh, I see you. It was weird. I just was blind to your presence.
We have quests to go turn in, and because I was getting into speed leveling mode in the last episode, I'm going to be following Demi from now on.
Yep, because I'm real slow.
That way I just don't go too fast.
Okay, so Dame Aurora Borealis.
Arphorus.
Aurora Borealis, I prefer that one, actually. How fare our efforts to uncover the Night Elf plot on Shandila's Silent Warlock? I'm sorry, that's, she just wants to know some stuff.
Please keep doing that.
I don't know if I can.
Like I had brought that up that we should do different voices for each person at the very first episode, and you said no, I'm not into that.
Okay, I don't know if I can keep it up though. Like I'm into it, but I don't know if I can keep it up.
Fuck it, dude. Let's do it.
Okay, let's try this. Troubling. These plans show the Night Elf forces of Androth, which we already knew, but also at Anowin, a more remote ley line nexus to the southeast. There's a third nexus to the east, which is not mentioned, named Antalis. I have a very bad feeling about all of this, Warlock.
Okay, so what the fuck is a nexus? It's not really explaining.
Yeah.
Well, I know what a nexus is. They're just like great magic places, but
Okay.
she didn't explain that.
I guess maybe they're just assuming that you already know what that is.
Well, this is fucking Burning Crusades. How could you know?
I don't know. So the Nexus isn't good then for us.
Why?
I don't know, because she said troubling these plans show the Night Elf forces, blah blah blah. Oh, so that they're at the Night Elves are at the Nexus, and that's not good.
Yeah, because they're fucking night elves.
Okay, just making sure I know what's happening. Ready for deliver the plans to Antalis?
Yeah, read it.
You must deliver the recovered Night Elf plans to Antalis for me. It is to the east, on the southern slopes of Sungrace Peak, just to the northeast of the Sanctum of the Sun.
Making this girl sound like a cuck.
You wanted me to keep going.
I don't know, maybe... I guess she is a dame, so she would sound like that, but maybe go a little bit faster at the same time.
I would like to read and also comprehend, so... Magister Silastor is conducting ongoing studies into the ley line nexus energy for potential use in our fight against the Scourge. Have him look at these plans to shed some light on what it is that these night elves are up to. Okay, cool. So we're just...
Yeah, they're still fighting the Scourge and shit, and so they're like, let's see if this fucking Nexus shit can help us out. And what the fuck are the Night Elves doing there?
Right, okay. Your turn.
Alright. We have two of these to return in. So retaking Windrunner Spire. I am certain that Lady Sylvanas will be... Actually, I guess he'd be more like... So it'd be like, I'm certain that Lady Sylvanas... I can't do that. Certain that Lady Sylvanas will be pleased that we've made progress in the matter. Here, take this coin as payment for your efforts. What's that you have in there? You say that you found it on one of the Scourge at Windrunner Spire, and that there's an inscription on it? Let me see. Here. Take this coin for a job well done. Woo! Level 17.
My thing I just keep pressing mute. I don't know what's wrong with me.
This is quite extraordinary. It appears to be a gift to Lady Sylvanas Windrunner from her sister, Illyria. You must take it to her in the Undercity at once. The lady holds court in the royal quarter. To get there, use the Orb of Translocation in the inner sanctum of Sunfairy Spire in Silvermoon City to cross over to the Undercity. Blah, 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 blah. We know how to get there. But we're not doing that now. That's like the quest out of Ghostlands.
Okay. So we'll just wait to do that until there's nothing else to do?
Yep.
Okay, let's talk to this guy.
Victory lies ahead.
Magister Davernus, you've proven your loyalty to Tranquillin and have helped us defend it against the threat of the Scourge. Some of our most powerful magisters have come from Silvermoon to help us take the fight to the enemy's doorstep. They've rebuilt the Arcane Sanctum to the south and have driven the Scourge away from the surrounding area. They plan to launch an offensive into Deathholm, Darkhand's stronghold. You would do well to join them, bitch. I'm sure they can make use of a seasoned bitch like yourself. Seasoned? Dude, I'm fucking level 17.
I'm not even level
seasoned yet.
17.
Death to all who oppose
Yeah.
us.
Okay, so for this one, they want us to go... Do what? To Deathholm?
Yeah, start. These are just like beginning quests. They want us to go start doing shit at Deathholm so that we can. Yeah. So we have 3 different paths that we can take. We can go to Magister Celastor at Antelis in the Ghostlands. We can go to the Sanctum of the Sun, or we can go to down below to start working on Deathholm.
Let's do Antelis just because it's closest, I guess.
Okay. I'm following you.
Okay. Here we go. Well, that's not the right way.
Good start.
Yeah, like, great. I'm a mess. So you were saying to me earlier that this is, like, right now where we are in World of Warcraft is, like, Arthas just got done devastating this area, right?
Yeah, so Arthas, before he, like, fully became the Lich King, he marched on the Sunwell. I don't actually remember why he marched on the Sunwell to the High Elves. So we are High Elves, or we are brand new Blood Elves, if that makes sense. Like, we just became Blood Elves. This isn't the Antelis one.
Yeah, but there's a quest to turn in, it says.
Okay.
Right? Or am I... Oh,
Yeah,
no!
sure. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. I thought this was just... Oh, it just so happened to be on the way.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll, like, start a whole new thingy.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're doing all the quests anyway.
True dat, true dat. Darnus sent you? Very well. I suppose we can use your aid in fighting Darkhand's forces. Okay.
Oh.
It just errored out.
Oh.
It just went... You don't meet the requirements for that quest. Alright, so Magister Kandris. Magisters and Farstriders may not see eye to eye all the time. When it comes to Darkhan, however, we are all in agreement that a way must be found to defeat him and his legions. Ranger Vinna and at the Farstrider Enclave northeast of here has come across important information regarding our enemy. Speak to her and see if you can be of assistance. Magister Kandris at the Sanctum of the Sun wants you to talk to Ranger Vinna at Farstrider. Okay. So we got to go back to Farstrider Enclave. So as I was saying, we are like new High Elves, or new Blood Elves. Like, we've just adopted the term Blood Elf. Because Arthas marched on Silvermoon City, or marched on the Sunwell. I don't remember why he did it. Can't remember if there was some sort of artifact, or if it was just merely the Lich in his voice, or in his head, the Lich's voice in his head saying, like, fuck up Sunwell, because that seems like a good idea. But the Dark you like the dark scar that goes all the way from Deathholm all the way up to Silvermoon City and basically not City, Silvermoon City, and basically the Sunwell. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Am I making sense, or am I just literally talking nothing?
So, I feel like I thought you were making sense.
Okay, so then, like, literally Arthas is either back at the Frozen Throne right now. I guess I'll continue this after I read this quest and we grab the new ones.
Okay.
Deliver the plans to Anne Tellus. Oh, thank goodness for you. It was just horrible. Night elves. They conjured their moon crystal here for some nefarious plot, but I snuck away and gathered a larger group of our scouts and casters from the nearby Sanctum of the Sun. We killed most of them, and the rest of the group is hunting down the remnants. I'm glad that you're here now. I was only left a couple of scouts for protection. It's not safe out here. Give me a moment, and I'll read through these plans to see what the Night elves are up to. Deactivate An Owen. Their moon crystals are scrying devices, and they're going to spy on us. I know that Andoroth can provide enough power for that, but Anowen directly to the south most definitely can. From the plans I now have a basic knowledge of how these moon crystals work, enough to shut them down. They're keyed so that they can be turned off. You must go to Anowen, retrieve the controlling orb from one of the Night Elves, and then use it on the moon crystal to stop them from enacting their plan. Hurry, bitch! Well, alright then.
Oh, well, whatever you say.
So, apparently because, like, just the way that World of Warcraft works and how we're in Ghostlands right now, like, we haven't made it to, like, Wrath of the Lich King expansion. Like, we're still in Burning Crusade expansion. And so, Arthas has, or should be back at the Frozen Throne right now after fucking up the Sunwell. If
Okay.
that makes sense?
Yeah.
But he is... He's asleep right now. Fuck, High Elf Ranger? You see that?
What?
Never mind. They're way gone now. But the person that passed us was called a High Elf Ranger.
How do I get one?
How do you get a High Elf Ranger?
Yeah.
They were a person.
Yeah, but like how do I get that character?
I have no idea. I don't even know what the fuck is going on.
I love this spec so much. I'm gonna sing a song.
But yeah, so this should be... My lore is correct. If you actually go to, like, the title screen on Blood Elves and select on more info, then it'll tell you more information, like obviously more information, but it says this is like supposed to be right after Arthas laying waste to the Sunwell. I got the controlling orb, by the way.
Oh, I did not. Oh, I guess that doesn't matter if I get it right.
I don't think so.
I love how they could clearly see us right now doing this.
And then it like explodes and they're just like, oh. But yeah, so Arthas, like, right now for us is sitting at the Frozen Throne waiting to wake up for Wrath of the Lich King.
Okay, I feel like that's good to know because I wasn't really sure like where we were.
Yeah, it's not like we're a part of Legion right now, but it's so weird because I think if you look up into the sky from like Undercity or like main world Azeroth, that you can actually see Argus, but we haven't like gone through those zones. Like, it's just like all fucked up, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like it's not really smooth as far as like how we're phased out in what expansion we're playing in.
No. It's definitely not. Because then as soon as you go to Azeroth and Eastern Kingdoms, you're in like Cataclysm. And so they're talking about with the defeat of Arthas, and you're like, Dude, I just came from a zone that was talking about how Arthas was just
Our
here.
enemies will fall.
You know?
Yeah, it's like, wow, that was quick. You guys work fast.
Yeah, fuck. Like, I made it to level 20 and you guys defeated Arthas. Alright, deactivate Anoan. That's a relief, bitch. I can assure you that if you hadn't deactivated those scrying orbs, we would be in a more tenuous position than the one we're already in. To think surrounded by enemies, and one of them is able to spy upon our every move. But now we don't need to worry about that thanks to you. Here, take this. I want you to be rewarded for your efforts, and I just happen to have a few things here that I no longer have any use for. Thank you again.
Ooh, a divining crystal.
Remember the sun
I got a...
I got part of an achievement done, which makes me excited.
Yeah, me too.
That's so exciting. I love achievements. Okay. Let's go to Farstrider Enclave, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, whatever. So, so for the Burning Crusade expansion, like, what was the basis for that? That was like, what am I thinking? The space bad guys came down, right? What am I
Space
trying to
bad
say?
guys?
Yeah, so Burning Legion. So, like, what's Burning Legion's story? Or not Burning Legion. It is the Burning Legion that came for Burning Crusade, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the space bad guys.
Well, they didn't come. We went to Outlands. So, the whole Burning Crusade it pivots around, like, Illidan.
Okay.
So, because we just became Blood Elves. Like, literally, yesterday we were High Elves, today we're Blood Elves. Or, you know, maybe it's been like a few weeks or whatever.
I'm, like, getting myself lost. I don't know what's happening. Sorry.
That's fine. So, Burning Crusade happened. We just, like, defeated and Courage things happening on here and, you know, some elementals and just, I don't know, kind of random stuff. There wasn't, like, too much story, really. Even in Burning Crusade, it wasn't too much story. It was mainly just focused on, like, an expansion. And so the story that I've learned, at least that makes sense, is there was, like, wars. There was, like, the War of the Ancients. There was, like, the first and then the second war or whatever, and it opened up the portal. And then the portal opens again, and, like, we're going to Outland for one reason or another. And, like, Illidan's there because he's been banished there, and then we fight him because we don't understand what he's doing, which we find out, like, 4 expansions later in Legion, that he was, like, planning the demise of the Burning Legion all along, but we just didn't understand that.
Wow.
There was a bunch of other stuff in Burning Crusade that makes it, like, super cool to go through. It's raids and stuff, like the Naga raids that are there. There's just so much. Like, Outland is just a world that's been riddled of the Burning Legion. Like, it was destroyed. Which also, it doesn't
Okay.
really make sense that the Naga are there in the first place.
Yeah, like,
Why would
how...
they be there on Outland? They were originally elves. Night elves.
Oh, that's kind of weird then.
Yeah, Ashara. Actually, I guess she made a deal with the Burning Legion. I don't know. Yeah, it just... Go ahead and read.
Okay. Farstrider Enclave. Cassandra sent you. I might have a task for you, bitch. Darkon Drathir is believed to have returned from the dead to rule over the armies of the Scourge and Ghostlands. Darkon aligned himself with the Scourge long ago, yet he was once a living, breathing elf. Much of his time was spent inside Dawnstar Spire northeast of here. He hid there for many nights scheming against his own. Search the tower for more information, bitch. Perhaps he had a journal or kept notes. One never knows where useful information might present itself.
Oh shit, so Darkon was a fucking...
Damn.
was an elf.
Okay.
He was an elf and then was like... So maybe he was a lot of help to... Oh, I remember why the Sunwell. I remember now. Who is it? Who is Arthas's butt buddy? Dude, where are you? Can't hear you.
Sorry. I was just like looking at the map and then you were gone.
Oh. So I remember Arthas, I don't think it was Kel'Thuzad. I think it was just Ner'zhul. I don't know. There was a lich that like, because like liches exist like before Arthas. Like Arthas didn't create everything. He's kind of like just a pawn that became the Lich King. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do we have like a quest to kill these things or?
Well, there's like a quest over here, but like I don't know how we're gonna get in there without killing them.
Oh, just kind of sneak around them.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Just don't aggro them.
I don't know how to do that. I'm the aggro queen.
Yeah. Well, what was I saying?
Ner'zhul using Arthas as a pawn.
Yeah, so he... Whoa. So he had to bring Ner'zhul to... I don't know if it was Ner'zhul or if it was Kel'Thuzad or who the fuck it was. I just can't remember their name right now.
Mm-hmm.
But had to bring them to the Sunwell so that they could be reanimated. Use the magic from the Sunwell to basically just reanimate themselves. See, look, this person. Oh, they have a pet or something that's a high elf. I couldn't see what they were. Night elf. They were a night elf.
That's so weird.
They were a night elf monk, and they had a high ranger following them. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
But yeah, so he had to go back to the Sunwell to reanimate someone. And so I'm wondering if this is like maybe how he got in. The Traitor's Shadow. After browsing through a few pages of this old book, you come to the conclusion that it once belonged to the one known as Darkhan Drather, or Drather. As you skim through the pages in the journal, you are overcome by an unnerving sense of being watched. The contents are unsettling. Darkhan's soul was one filled with hatred and contempt for his own people. The extent of his machinations and plots are all documented in great detail. Perhaps there is something here that Vina, whatever, will find useful.
Just hear the timer go off that we're done.
You did. So we will pick up the next episode back at Farstrider Enclave.
Alright guys, we are going to go ahead and end this episode here. We are going to pick it back up at the Farstrider Enclave and continue on finding out Darkon's story, which is actually really interesting. This time we're definitely trying to take it slow, not speeding through. If you guys have any comments, tips, tricks, or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. Also, if you have not checked out Dead Inside's point of view, head over to his channel, subscribe, leave some likes, you know, the whole YouTube thing. And as always, I'll see you little cuties in the next one. Bye!